started. Everyone wanted the early psychological advantage offered by taking pole position. There was also enormous interest in the performances of the new machinery like Farouk Dangoor's Vauxhall Cavalier, the Minolta Toyota Camry and the touring car rookie drivers.
We've done some excellent times. We've been really competitive against the best times that were done for the week, and I'm pretty confident we'll be right up to the front.
The speedy car sales Vauxhall Cavalier and the Minolta Toyota Camry in the hands of Cape Town favourite Serge Damso showed plenty of early potential. New race car development is never easy, and the Toyota team would have liked more testing time at their disposal. Touring cars are sophisticated and high-tech pieces of machinery. Progress during testing and the qualifying sessions was carefully monitored by computer, and there were some anxious faces in the Toyota pits. Teams and drivers were also starting to think along the lines of race strategies.
My strategy for today is just to finish. I think if I finish, it will be a good result. I think to go out and say that you're going to win is really optimistic. I had a perfect qualifying session and yet I'm fourth on the grid. I think the formula is just too competitive now to make any wild predictions. 15 laps is a long, long way in these cars.
There were also anxious faces in the Johnson Matthey BMW factory team, with officials and technicians anxiously crowded around timing monitors. Works driver Dion Joubert was hard at work on his home circuit and looking for positive results. The BP Nissan Sentras were again showing an indecent turn of speed, but the qualifying session was not without its little dramas for Nick de Waal. Versatility is a key word in the BP Nissan team. Hannes Krobler won the recent Castrol Rally and surprised everyone at Killarney by putting the Nissan Sentra on pole position.
It was a big team effort from the beginning of the week to get all the cars right, and we've spent a lot of time working on the suspension, and it looked like it paid off. We'll see what the race is going to be like. The race is totally different, and all the guys are very, very near to each other, so we're going to play it all right.
A BP Nissan 1-2 on the front row of the grid, with Hannes Krobler taking pole position ahead of teammate Nick de Waal. The second row of the grid was filled by Opel Astra factory teammates Grant McCleary and reigning champion Mike Briggs. Local hero Dion Joubert put the first of the Johnson Matthey BMWs in 5th place, with alongside him Serge Damso in the new Toyota Camry. The second Works BMW, driven by Sean van der Linde, shared the 4th row with Farouk Dangoor in the speedy car sales Vauxhall Cavalier. The top 10 qualifiers were rounded out by the Engen VW Jetta of Chris Aberdeen and rookie Marco dos Santos in the ex-factory BMW. The lights are green and we're underway as the cars head for Conti Corner for the first time. And we have drama at the first corner. 2 of the cars are off. It looks like Hannes Krobler in the Nissan and Grant McCleary in the blue PD Autoglass Opel Astra. There's Hannes Krobler in the Nissan as we go to race cam action with Dion Joubert in the Works BMW. Joubert is up alongside Krobler and there's contact between the 2 cars. Let's see if we can pick up more of what happened in the first corner as we ride with Mike Briggs behind the de Waal Nissan on the right of your screen and Grant McCleary in the Opel Astra. Well, you can draw your own conclusions, but we've lost 2 cars in the first corner. That's a great shame, but out in front we have Nick de Waal in the Nissan Sentra with Mike Briggs right on his tail in the Opel Astra. The rest of the field appears to have made it through the first couple of turns unscathed as Mike Briggs chases after Nick de Waal. The chase is on as the cars go steaming down the back straight. De Waal leads Briggs with the BMWs of Dion Joubert and Sean van der Linde 3rd and 4th. Then a slight gap to Marcos dos Santos, who is under pressure from Serge Damso and Farouk Dangoor in the Vauxhall Cavalier. Great pictures from the race cam facing backwards from the de Waal Sentra as the cars come streaming out of Stanek Corner. Here they come down the pit straight for the first time, with the field still bunched together. Serge Damso has picked up a place in the Toyota Camry and has moved into 5th ahead of Marco dos Santos. De Waal leads Briggs at the end of lap 1. Dion Joubert in the BMW in third place as the best seat in the house to watch the Duval-Briggs battle up ahead. Duval is under tremendous pressure from the Opel Astra, and Briggs is going for the inside line. Briggs has made his move on Duval, and the reigning touring car champion has hit the front. We have drama in the 7th round of the Stanek Touring Car Series at Killarney. A tremendous battle for the lead has quickly developed between reigning champion Mike Briggs and Nick Duval. Nissan have never won a touring car event in South Africa and will want to pull this one off. Hannes Robler, who was involved in that first corner incident, is back on the circuit, but Grant McCleary is out of the race in the PG Autoglass Opel Astra. Briggs is a car length or two ahead of Duval as they hit the braking area for Stanek corner. Duval pulls up alongside the Opel, but Briggs has the inside line. Joubert still has a watching brief in third in the factory BMW, with teammate Sean van der Linde fourth. More great pictures from the Duval race cam with Joubert holding station in third place. Under the Goodyear bridge they come, and Duval is looking to sneak up on the inside of Briggs. Nick Duval in the centre has slipped inside the Opel Astra, and the cars are side by side through Conti. Can Duval hold the line? Yes, he can, and Nick Duval is back in the lead in the BP Nissan Sentra, and Mike Briggs has to do the chasing again. More superb pictures from the race cams in the Duval and Briggs cars. The battle for the lead has the huge crowd on its feet, and we have a real race on our hands at Killarney. Duval leads Briggs with Joubert and van der Linde third and fourth in the Johnson Matthey BMWs. Serge Damso is fifth in the Toyota Camry, but is now under pressure from Farouk Dangoor in the impressive Vauxhall Cavalier. Dangoor has the bit between his teeth and moves ahead of Damso, with the two cars almost touching as Dangoor moves up a slot into fifth place. Lap 10, and the battle is still raging up front. Race leader Nick Duval has Mike Briggs climbing all over the back of the Nissan Sentra. Dion Joubert is still third and poised to pounce on the slightest mistake from either Duval or Briggs. A tremendous midfield battle has also developed between Serge Damso in the Camry and touring car rookies Marcos dos Santos and Anthony Taylor in the X-Works BMWs. Dos Santos and Taylor aren't being intimidated by the vastly experienced Serge. This is great stuff. And oh, there's a mistake from Dos Santos in the late-field BMW. He locked up the brakes and Taylor took the chance to pick up a place. Back with the leaders, and it's still Mike Briggs in the Opel Astra chasing after race leader Nick Duval in the Nissan Sentra. Briggs closes right up on Duval under braking at Stanek, but Duval is making the Sentra as wide as he possibly can. Damso and the rookies are still at it, and here is trouble as Dos Santos tries to sneak inside Taylor. The two cars touch, Taylor spins out and Dos Santos takes to the dirt. The last lap, and Duval and Briggs are coming up to lap Class B leader Jesse Huggett. No problem there as Huggett sensibly stays out of the way. Joubert and Dangoor, who is up into fourth and closing on the BMW, will still have to find a way past Huggett. But more important is, can Mike Briggs find a way past Nick Duval? Race distance is rapidly running out where Mike Briggs is concerned. He'll have to come up with something dramatic to stop Duval from giving Nissan their first ever touring car win in South Africa. It's been an intriguing battle, and you can bet your boots Briggs is going to try and make a move at Stanek corner at the end of the back straight. Magnificent race cam action, and now or never for Mike Briggs. The Nissan has the inside line going into Stanek, and Briggs is forced to drive around the outside. It looked as though there was a little contact between the two cars there, but Nick Duval has Nissan's first ever South African touring car victory in the bag after a tremendous race. Briggs is second, and Dion Joubert will be third, with Farouk Dangoor fourth.
It certainly was a hard workout. It started on the start line when Hannes made a bad start, and the Opel and I went into the corner first, I think. But I managed to get through first. And it was really a tough race to keep Michael behind me. But it was a super race. We really both enjoyed it so much. And it was nice, clean racing and good fun.
A big moment for the BP Nissan team and Nick Duval. Briggs will be satisfied with second, and there were encouraging results for Farouk Dangor and Serge Damso in cars having their first touring car outing. There were also encouraging performances from young Dos Santos and Taylor, with Hannes Krobler fighting back to finish 10th. Stay with us for highlights of round 8 of the Stanek Sack Car Series. Stanek, the proud first corner incident in round 7, is still a major talking point and left PG Autoglass Opel Astra driver Grant McCleary a little peeved.
I got such a great start. I got past both the Nissans before the first corner, and one of them just ran me straight off the road. If they're going to come in this, we discussed it. We wanted to have a clean race, get to the first corner cleanly, and they initiated the meeting. They're the first ones to take us outside on it.
Between heats, there's plenty of work for the hard-pressed, and the drivers will be keen to avoid any early race incidents. Here they come into Conti for the first time, with Nick Duval's Nissan on the inside of Mike Briggs in the Opel Astra. The field is tightly bunched, but it looks as though Briggs is going to have the momentum to edge ahead of Duval. The BMWs of Joubert and van der Linde are in the thick of things, along with Farouk Dangor in the Vauxhall Cavalier. Briggs leads Duval, but it's like Elof Street in Saturday rush hour traffic. It's been a good clean start to the race, with round 7 roles reversed with the Opel out in front of the Nissan. Joubert, van der Linde, Dangor and Damso are tightly bunched, with Dangor nipping in front of van der Linde to slot into 4th. Race cam action with Grant McCleary in the PG Autoglass Astra. McCleary will have a point to prove in this race after being knocked out of round 7 of the Stanek Touring Car Series at the first corner. High-speed train as the field storms into Stanek corner. Briggs leads Duval. Joubert is 4th with Dangor on his tail. Dangor is followed by Damso in the Toyota Camry, with McCleary behind the BMWs of Marco Dos Santos and Anthony Taylor. Some tremendous battles have already developed, and we're only a lap into the race. Now it's round 7 winner Nick Duval's job to try and find a way round Mike Briggs. Dion Joubert is 3rd, but you have a feeling it won't be long before he's under pressure from Farouk Dangor in the Vauxhall Cavalier. Briggs and Duval have a slight cushion over Joubert, but that could change with the slightest mistake from either of the 2 front runners. This is a replay of round 7 of the Stanek Touring Car Series at Killarney, with the leading roles reversed. Reigning champion Mike Briggs is out in front of Nick Duval, and they look to be edging away from Dion Joubert in 3rd place. Farouk Dangor is closing on Joubert, with Damso 5th, and Grant McCleary has got past Anthony Taylor to move up a place. Briggs defends the inside line from Duval at Stanek corner, and Dangor is attacking Joubert for 3rd place. Farouk Dangor was determined to get past Joubert. There was contact between Vauxhall Cavalier and BMW, but Dangor has forced his way into 3rd place. Joubert won't take that lying down, but the Vauxhall Cavalier, brought in from the British Touring Car Series, is certainly showing its potential in its first race in South Africa. The battle lines have been drawn between Farouk Dangor and Dion Joubert. The BMW driver wants 3rd place back, and dear me, Farouk Dangor has thrown it away. Farouk left his braking way late for the Castrol sweep and has gone farming. The rest of the field is streaming through as Dangor goes back onto the circuit, and he must be furious with himself. Briggs still leads Duval, with Joubert back to 3rd after Dangor's off-road excursion. Damso is 4th in the Toyota Camry, with Grant McCleary in the PG Autoglass Astra starting to dispute 5th place with Sean van der Linde in the 2nd Johnson Matthey BMW Works car. McCleary has passed the BMW at Sabat Sweep, and from the back of the grid has worked his way into 5th place. Grant McCleary is now starting to put the pressure on Serge Damso in the Minolta Toyota Camry, and this could be an interesting battle. The Toyota team seems to have found something extra in the Camry between races, but McCleary closes right up on Damso under braking. The McCleary-Damso battle has been joined by Hannes Krobler in the 2nd of the BP Nissan Sentras. Sean van der Linde in the factory BMW looks to be losing ground and is being chased by the BMWs of Anthony Taylor and Marco Dos Santos. The Class B fight is between Jesse Huggett in the VW Jetta and Robbie Smith in the BMW, and that looks as though it could develop into something worthwhile. Damso and McCleary lead heavy traffic at Stanek Corner, and someone's gone off. That's Anthony Taylor in the BMW. He's tangled with Marco Dos Santos in the Lakefield car, and that looks like tickets for Dos Santos. We're into the final lap of round 8 of the Stanek Touring Car Series at Killarney, and leader Mike Briggs has opened up a cushion over round 7 winner Nick Duval in the Nissan Sentra. The race has settled into a pattern over the last 2 or 3 laps. Dion Joubert is in a safe third in the BMW, and Serge Damso has managed to edge away slightly from Grant McCleary in the second Opel Astra. Toyota will be happy with the Camry's first outing as Damso powers his way past the Class B car of Paolo Capella. It gives McCleary and Frobler a chance to close up on Damso, but he doesn't have anything to worry about. And neither does Mike Briggs, as he brings the Opel Racing Astra home to a comfortable victory ahead of Nick Duval in the BP Nissan Sentra.
The car was very good. I knew if I could get in front of Nick, I could stay there, and I didn't really want to go as fast as he was forcing me to go. He was really pushing me hard. I was hoping to save the tyres, but it was a good race. It was one of those races that worked to the textbook. You know, I had a plan, and it worked exactly to the plan.
Sweet revenge for Mike Briggs and Opel Racing. Dion Joubert will be happy with another third, and Toyota will be delighted with Serge Damso's 4th place. There was also reward for round 7 casualties, Grant McCleary and Hannes Frobler, but Sean van der Linde will be disappointed with his day. Plenty of Stanek Touring Car Series action to look forward to over the rest of the year. The touring cars have their next outing at AA Killarney on June 11, and it should be a cracker.